when I'm walking down the street.
I do want to say to Donnie and many of you in this room that over a very long career in this city, all of you have helped me and my colleagues tell the truth and to try to tell.
Get my head up.
I'm from South Carolina, so I just
Look at Donnie.
What does this event mean to you, Miss Peggy Moss?
Oh, my heart.
Happy 20th anniversary.
My heart is about loving up on my sisters. Do you know what it feels like to have your sisters in the room? Donnie.
letting its glory shine through. Dare to be you, dare to be me, and dare to be different and unique. I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting its glory shine through. I am beautiful, I am blessed, but not just what you see in the flesh.
The doctor lived next door to the janitor to the reverend, and the lawyer. We were together. Now we've been so high and mighty that you create stress for your society because you don't like poor black folks either. That's a health problem. Get yourself together so I can stop being taking care of geriatric people and get back to pediatrics. I thank you, Donnie, for all you've done. Let's keep doing it for all and more.
I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting its glory shine through. Dare to be you, dare to be me, dare to be different and unique. I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting its glory shine.
First name's Donnie, last name's Glover. In it to win it for the long haul, baby. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. All right. So we're at the middle of the week. What's this? What? It's hump day. Top of the morning to our guest. Look at Deborah. Deborah Keller, what you doing up early this morning? Lady over there at the Greater Baltimore Black Chamber of Commerce. Leroy McKenzie must have had something to do with this. All right, so we're going to get straight to the jugular. Leroy, how you doing?
Good morning, Donnie. Can you hear me?
I am. Does this man's name say Donald Morton?
Yes, it does.
Where the Morton? What Morton family are you from? Where they from? Where the Mortons from?
Yeah, man, I'm not so sure how to answer that question. I'm from Delaware. I'm here in Atlanta now. All of my family's from Statesville, North Carolina. So that's where our roots are.
Well, you know, I got roots down in Virginia, the Mortons.
Yeah, we got some roots there too, man. So we should holler.
Absolutely. So, Leroy, what are we doing today?
Well, this morning, Donnie, and thanks for having us on. Appreciate you. But we're here to talk about the REMANNED project, incorporation of REMANNED International, which is an organization. Why am I like not in the center of my page? But it's an organization, a national organization that is about remanning men and their life, leadership, and legacy, and equipping them with the tools that they need in order to be able to be the men that they are destined to be. So that's what we're here to talk about this week.
Is this black men, white men, all men, Christian men, Muslim men?
Well, I'm gonna let brother Don answer that for you. He's the founder of it. You want to take that one, brother?
Yeah, man. At first, my pleasure to meet you, bro. Thank you for allowing me some space on your broadcast to be able to share. This is unapologetically for black men. There is no religious identity set toward it. So
So this is for black men, Leroy.
Yes, sir. It is absolutely. It absolutely is. And
here we go.
You came back? Okay, got it.
Yeah, so it's unapologetically for black men, adult black men in particular, and I'll tell you the reason why in a moment. No religious persuasion. We have Christians, we have Muslims, we have agnostics, So there's no particular religious persuasion. Any black man that genuinely wants to do better by himself, his family, and his community, we embrace.
How you embrace an agnostic black man? What you do? I mean, you just letting them be? You try to sway them over here to church? You try to take them to mosque?
Nah,
I mean,
man.
I want to know where you get your inspiration from, Mr. Agnostic.
Yeah, well, I'm not an
As the
agnostic.
bullets start flying, they say, "Oh Jesus, Allahu Akbar."
Yeah.
I'm a little leery of hanging out with agnostics. It's like, hold up, what side do you want? Then you started it. You started it. Cat down the street from me. He an atheist, right? But then Christmas lights go up. Come on, man, this is too confusing. He's sending too many mixed messages. Make your damn mind up.
I'm gonna let you know.
We need faith around here, Donald Morton. We need faith.
I'm gonna tell you, brother. Donnie don't play. He gonna bring the.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it all day. So here's the deal. I was and
I'm gonna leave you alone. You can table
No. We ain't got to table it. No, I step into it. Right. I'm unapologetically a Christian. I pastored for 25 years, but this is what I found out. The black church is 85 to 90%, some place it higher, women. 85 to 90% women. The mosque is 85 to 90% men. The fastest growing religion is no longer Christianity. It's now Islam. So there's an intersection between where men want God, but they don't want necessarily organized religion. Those brothers that genuinely want a relationship with God.
Organized religion. It ain't organized religion. It's a preacher who done knocked off 3 women on the front row.
No, it's not just that. It's not just that. There are those because, bruh, let's be clear. There are some Muslims knocking off women too. Let's be clear,
women,
right? So,
little boys, little girls, and some more. I've been to the Middle East.
Yeah. Me too. I've been there as well.
You pull back that curtain, they got everything you got on a Baltimore street corner.
Right.
Crack, dope, coke,
right.
Strippers, hookers,
so here's the deal. There is a call in every black man, no matter what his religious persuasion is, to do better. That is where we are. I'm not trying to sell Christianity. I'm not trying to sell Islam. I'm not trying to sell Buddhism. I'm not trying to sell any of that. I'm trying to sell a man raising his level of consciousness to who he was created to be by whoever he calls his creator to be, right? So at the end of the day, brothers are coming back to a sense of self, a sense of unity. The whole Ubuntu principle is the principle that we stand on, that we are not our brother's keeper. We are, in fact, our brothers. Some of those mistakes that were made, I'm a former guy who used to sleep with a bunch of women on his wife. I'm a former guy who understands what it is to have to come out of poverty and do well. I'm a former guy who has had prostate cancer and delivered from prostate cancer, healed from prostate cancer. I'm a former guy who just lost his mom on this past Saturday. I know the pains of black men. And at the end of the day, there are a bunch of things that are out here in our community for our sisters, for our young people. There are a lot of things out here in our community for the LGBTQIA plus community. Absolutely nothing out here for adult black men other than send our black tails to jail. And it is my objective to make sure we interrupt that pattern so that we provide some tools for brothers who genuinely want the tools so that they can increase their lives, leadership, and legacy.
I'm sorry about your mom. How old was she?
85.
So you had how old are you? You
I'm 53. 27? I'm 53.
50, so you had your mom's 53 years.
I did, man.
That's the blessing.
Yes, sir, without question.
53 years, and so you must have evolved because she wouldn't have left unless you had.
Absolutely, bro, without question.
What's her name?
Aretha Morton.
May the ancestors welcome her into the kingdom.
Thank you, bro.
She prepared you well. And your dad?
My dad died when I was 12. I'm a junior. Donald Morton Sr. died when I was 12.
To God be the glory.
Yes, sir.
Nancy's with the ancestors. My mama gonna give your mama crab cake.
And she gonna take that crab cake too.
I like that.
Matter of fact, give her some of that potato salad. My mom's potato salad is mean, but I say that lightheartedly. But March 16th will mark 38 years, and I'm just reminded, Mr. Morton, of life.
Yes, sir.
What did she teach you? One lesson, okay, 2 lessons that she taught you to make you a better person.
Yeah, lesson number 1, man. When I was a young preacher, my mom is a preacher as well. She's the first woman to pastor a Baptist church in the state of Delaware, first woman to be deputy chief of the Wilmington Fire Department as its chaplain, first woman to be ordained and consecrated a bishop. She is a lot of firsts. So the number 1 thing that my mom taught me was the courage and conviction to be willing to break barriers and go against the status quo. And that is not just one, that's 1 and 2. That sister was as courageous as they come.
Donald Morton, you got a lot of energy. I don't know why they call you Donald Morton. Okay, so that's a lot done, Pat. Where'd you find this guy, Leroy?
We met. It's been a couple months ago. We were several months ago, and I believe I reached out on Instagram or something like that. But because of Remand, and I saw that, and it was something that I was interested in finding more information about. And we had a conversation, and we've been connected ever since, bro.
What do you think of him, Leroy? Why have you embraced the Remand Project?
Well, I've embraced it because of listening to and talking to him with the conversations and what he believes in and what he's trying to do with Remand, what he's already done with Remand, but what he's trying to do with men as a whole. And through our conversation, we talked about,
What is he trying to do from your perspective?
He's trying to change the lives of black men in a nutshell, in their life, trying to change their life, trying to give them the tools to be the leaders that we are, and then is emphatic about ensuring that we have a legacy as black men, and that we understand those 3 aspects of our life, be it, whether it's being a father, whether it's being a businessman, whether it's being just the leader within ourselves, being better men. And that's what grabbed me, Donnie. I'm not gonna lie, that's what grabbed me. And you and I both know, because you and I go at it about what Baltimore needs, and that fit with what you and I always talk about, what Baltimore needs, and then what he was trying to do and what we're planning to do here in Baltimore with the Remand Project.
So, Donald Morton, we have some trauma to heal.
Absolutely.
We were raised,
yes,
as boys to get the girl.
Absolutely.
By any means necessary.
Yes, sir.
But as a result of that, miseducation, non-education, learning about women in the streets, and all of the crazy stuff we heard. How do we heal these women, Donald Morton?
Yeah, so there's an ancient scripture, Donnie, that says, when the foundations are destroyed, what will the righteous do? Right? So
we weren't always righteous. We helped destroy it.
We are the foundation that is destroyed. Right? So every culture is built on its families. Every culture is, doesn't matter what culture. Every culture is built on its families. Every foundation of every family is or should be the man in that family. The best thing we could do for our sisters, for black women, is to be the best black man we can be, because it relieves the pressure that they have had to carry for centuries now because of our absence, our miseducation that you just mentioned, and a number of other things. So for me, and again, Donnie, I want to make this point intentionally. There are, you can name, man, 10, I'm sure you can rattle them off, 10, 20 organizations that are out there right now supporting our sisters. 10 or 20 of them. But if I were to ask you what organizations are out there that are specifically addressing the needs of adult Black men, you can't name them.
Part of our trauma is we traumatize our women. And
yes.
If we don't help heal those women, those women become our daughters. Meaning we marry them, we lay with them, we create a whole new generation of trauma. When do we stop the trauma? Because truth be told, a lot of Black women have been traumatized by men in their own family.
Absolutely.
Before they even get to their husband.
Absolutely. So then here's the question though. Yes, sir.
How do we heal our women?
That's not my
and we look.
Let me make this real clear, Donnie. And you may not like the answer, but here's the deal: the only interest I have is in making sure that those that have traumatized our sisters, which are by and large Black men, get healed. If you never heal the Black man, then you're going to continue to traumatize Black women. There's no need to, I can't say there's no need. There's no good in continuing to heal Black women and never address the source of their pain. Because all that happens with that is you continue in the vicious cycle that we are in right now, unless there is the intentional addressing of Black men. Our women will continue to be traumatized in the way that they've been traumatized. So, for example, here's one of the things that we believe. I love the fact that our communities have mentoring programs. But what would it look like, Donnie, if somehow, and we've seen it happen in Delaware, we've seen it happen in Los Angeles, we've seen it happen in Houston. What would happen if the resources that we take to create these different mentoring programs, we actually took those resources and began to educate and to strengthen the biological father of that child? Here's why. In our experience and in our research, we have seen that even a young man that gets mentored by a mentor in the community, a businessman, what have you, still has a biological dad-sized hole in his soul that can only be addressed by dad. So a part of the work that we do is reintroducing biological fathers who, by the way, want to be involved with their children. They just don't have the tools. There's a great book, Donnie, that you may have read called Doing the Best I Can. And in that book, they address the fact that there are, that they kind of followed a bunch of guys from Philly and Jersey, just kind of looking at their lives as they became new fathers. They were incredibly excited about becoming new fathers. Then what happened? They hit trauma, they hit challenge. And because no one gave them tools to be able to navigate the challenges, they break up with that baby's mom. And then they get with another sister, they impregnate her, and they figure it's something gonna be different over here. They impregnate her, and then they don't work out because of challenges, and then they go do something. So the problem is no one has said to them, bruh, you gotta do better. So as a Black community, we don't always pull up another brother and say, hey, my guy, let me take you alongside of me. Let me give you some tools. I'm not here to disrespect you. I'm not here to impugn your dignity. I'm here to love you, respect you, and give you a sense of tools that'll help you be the better father, better man, better husband, because I'm not in it for the brother. I'm trying to heal an entire culture that can never be healed if we don't address Black men.
I think one of the two things I want to get in. We got like 9 minutes here. Two things I want to get in. One is mass incarceration.
Yes, sir.
Any thoughts on that?
I do have thoughts on that. One of the chief justices of family court said to me, when I asked, what is the plan for Black men? And I know I sound like a broken record. What's the plan for Black men? She said, Donna, we have no plan for Black men other than to lock them up and send them away. She wasn't being coy, she was being honest. If you ask any politician, he's going to tell you the plans for women and children. He's not going to tell you he has a plan for Black men. So mass incarceration is the result of having no plan in place for the crisis that is the plan. That is the plan. So unless somebody highlights that, like we're doing today on your show, then we'll continue to think that Black men deserve to be incarcerated because we're some sort of animal instead of doing something to be able to address Black men's trauma.
No, they're not locking us up because they think we're animals. It's a part of racism rooted in fear.
Oh, absolutely.
There are many people, they shoot down a Mike Brown or strangle, kill a Trayvon Martin because of fear.
Oh, without question.
We're only 13% of the population. But what I'm getting to, we're half of the prisons, and Black women are the fastest growing demographic.
Yes.
So we have to address the mass incarceration. Also in the family, we've been under attack. We don't know our history. And I tell you, one of the main tools, this is my second point, is the media. When I see Common, I think it's Common. No, not Common. Future. When I see what's the boy with the thing around his head? What's his name?
Oh, Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon. Dude, you can't make babies all over the place and you're not there to raise them.
Right.
But hold up. One third example is the dope man.
Yes.
The dude that's right over here selling rock, dope, and coke.
Yes.
We glamorize these people.
Yes, bro.
We do.
Yes, bro. Yes.
We glamorize selling dope.
Yes.
On the Grammys.
Yes.
You tear down your community.
Yes.
But we cool. Yeah, I mean, we slick. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean.
Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir.
Then we got a whole new generation of retarded little bastards running around. Now, how do we heal this?
So here's the answer from my perspective, right? We take at the Remand Project, we take an and both, not either or perspective, and both. We don't take do we address the character of the individual only or the character of the institutions? We address the character of the individual and the character of the institution. So we have to address policy. We have to address media. We have to address religion. All of those institutions that make it incredibly difficult for Black men to advance. But we know that's the long game. So we have policy that we're addressing with child support, all of those kinds of things. We have those policies that we are addressing with the Remand Project, right? But while that is happening, to your point, Donnie, we got to address the individual character of the Black male so that he understands, man, that shit's corny. That's corny. It's corny for you to be out here on the block, not taking care of your kids, creating kids all over the place, not taking care. That's corny. Right. So when we begin to acknowledge how corny that is, perhaps in the long run, it'll begin to shift their thinking about what it is, what it actually means to honor our ancestors and the Black men that were a part of the struggle that we know, and those that died that we don't know. That's a part of the work that we're doing as well.
We got to get to our babies before they're 8. Frederick Douglass says it's easier to raise strong children than to repair broken adults. I don't know if you saw the PBS special where Harriet Tubman is an old PBS special, about 40, 50 years old. She's helping these enslaved Africans escape, and this one Negro come up to her. You know the one, why Harriet get the big piece of chicken? Why Harriet get to sleep in the bed? This one Negro come up to Harriet, and she did a hip toss on him. She flipped him and put that Colt 45 in his mouth. And he said, shut up. She probably said, "Shut up, you punk. Get back in line before I blow your damn head off." Because we get scared. Rev, how do we heal our people? We got grown men, 40 years old, riding on a slingshot through the community playing Rick Ross. Come on, man, grow the hell up.
Yeah, but I think that's the point.
And we know all of the football players on the team, but we don't know our kids' teachers' names.
Absolutely.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Absolutely.
We party too damn much.
Absolutely.
I was at one of the first Freakniks, but we have taken it too far. We are wiser but weaker. How do we heal our people?
The answer is the Remand Project, bro. We are a cognitive, character-building organization that is about transforming the Black male from the inside out.
Do you have a security force?
Do we have a security force?
Yeah, for when a brother get out of line.
No, sir, we don't.
See, that's one thing about the fruit of Islam. You can crack slick all you want, but you go too far, it's gonna be a brother Glover. We need to talk to you for a minute. we got too many social media, Facebook gangsters who won't even walk these streets. They won't even step up for their kid. I know a cat. His son got to be 30 now, and he's never acknowledged his son.
Right.
And I can't have you in my inner circle, because if you betray your own, Negro, I know damn well you'll betray me.
Absolutely. Hey, Donnie, I know a brother right now. I know brothers right now, two in particular, that live across the street from their children and have nothing to do with it. But again, that's the reason why we developed the Remand Project.
Man, we got to put your number out there, Red. But we got to suck it up and go heal.
Yeah,
we got to go heal, and it's not enough, because we glamorize suckers.
Yeah, facts.
We glamorize suckers.
Facts.
Or when a real man show up like a Deion Sanders, why Deion in Colorado?
Facts.
It wasn't his job to save the whole damn black race.
Facts.
It was he was just lending his celebrity to this. If everybody did something, but you know us, we quick to point a finger. One out.
Facts. Facts. But
we
that
become
is
suckers, man. We are not sucker free. We are suckers.
But so let me get this in real quick, Donnie. That's the reason why you asked a moment ago. You said, "Hey, we got to get to our babies, right?" But who is the we that we have to get to them? Unless we start addressing the adult black male, we're running out of people to even address the young people. So at a certain point, we got to galvanize, and we saw with the Million Man March that there are brothers that are interested in transforming the whole thing. So our goal is to take up where the Million Man March left off.
That's
and put some things.
That's a good thing.
Yes, sir. And put some things in place.
Credit repair a part of your program?
It is a part of our program. Credit repair, finance, family, budgeting, investing. We even have, we're probably one of the only organizations down there on the planet that has a fun coach. We teach brothers that it's not just all work. It's not just busting your ass every day. There's a healthy fun that you can have as well, right? So we got a fun coach, we got a finance coach, we got a family coach, we got a business coach. I don't do it myself. I'm the face of the organization. The vision was given to me. But these guys like Dr. Leroy and others are carrying the dream, and we're seeing hundreds and thousands of men across the country, even in Accra, Ghana, that we're helping get their lives together. So I'm incredibly excited.
You know some cats in Ghana?
Oh, absolutely. John Mugo is in Ghana.
I need to holler at them about some of that gold.
Okay.
I left some gold over there about 400 years ago. No, seriously, we need to talk about that, because this white America ain't gonna give me my reparations. I want to know where my inheritance at.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, bro. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I like you.
We looking all around, but we ain't looking at. That's the door no return. That's Africa, dude. I dropped a pound of gold right there about 400 years ago. Who got my gold?
Yeah. Who got my paper? Right. Right.
Mm.
Right. Absolutely.
East Africa too.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. You mentioned the Million Man March, and the
Yes,
most
sir.
profound speech was shared that day. How do we heal the Willie Lynch syndrome? Light skin, dark. We still got some people caught up on light skin, dark skin. Old, young, alphas, omegas, east side, west side. How do we heal East Coast, West Coast? How do we heal ourselves, man?
You know what I'll say, Donnie, man. I think you will agree with me. We are also incredibly inconsistent. We start stuff, we don't finish it. I'm going to be dealing with black men. It's a promise I made to my mother. It's a promise I made to Rob Watson, which is a friend of mine. I'll be dealing with black men until I draw my last breath. And I think we've got to be consistent. We can't keep having this shiny new thing syndrome, right? We jump on bandwagons too quickly. This work is hard work. It's not going to change overnight. And I'm going to be in it until I go to be with my God.
Do you teach shoe shine skills? Because we got black politicians running around the city of Baltimore. They think they fly, but their shoes ain't been shining since they bought them from the store. Where I come from, if you got on dusty shoes and a woman look down at your shoes, you don't pass the test. A real woman will never take you home to meet her daddy.
So we do not teach shoe shine skills, but we do teach excellence that will produce shoe shine, right?
Go ahead.
Because that's a part of, again, that's a part of character. A part of what we've missed and lacked over time is we no longer got character, Donnie. We don't have integrity. We don't have character. We don't tell the truth. And the reason I can say it is I didn't have it. I had none. I've been married and divorced because I cheated on my wife and it went public, it went national because I was a national figure. I know what it is to have mud on your face, but you can recover, bruh. You can recover. But sometimes it takes someone to walk with you through the darkness, right? It takes someone to link arm in arm and say, hey, man, I'm here with you until you get your life together. So for me, it's going to take.
Look, now, some of us think we can handle more than one woman, but if you're properly loving one woman, you don't have time.
You got time and money
to love another.
you don't have time or money.
Do we teach? No, you don't. And is Islam, with all due respect, they say if you can afford to treat 4 women fairly, I think that's a setup question. Somebody took that bait, but they not. See, this is what we really forgot. We got to go back to Karnak. We got to go back to Egypt, to the walls of the temple, because we've let everybody tell us our story. Our story. We've let all of these other off-brands tell us our story when we really need a pilgrimage to Egypt, to Nubia.
So let me drop this here, man. One of the things that we now that the pandemic hopefully is over, right? One of the things that we have as a part of a guy who graduates the program is we take brothers over to the motherland. Because when I first went and kissed that ground, hey, bro, Donnie, there's a feeling over there, bro, that you just don't have here, right? There. And I was always told, look, when you go over there, they don't really want you over there. They're going to put their nose up at you. It ain't like that. Everybody open their arms. Welcome home.
Everybody's experience is different. But on that note, I hope a part of your program is getting some books up in front of brothers. I noticed that we have CDs, we got movies, we got streaming services, but we ain't got, how many people have books in their home? Our children can't even sign their signature in cursive.
Yeah.
The basic etiquette, fork, knife, spoon, with the knife edge cutting towards the plate. We've lost some cleaning our house.
Yes, sir, man.
Refrigerator. You couldn't.
Yes, sir.
See, I grew up in a household with a father. Now, when that snow come, I want to go outside and hustle to make some money. But if
Yes,
you
sir.
don't shovel your front first, my father was the type that would embarrass you. My father did spot checks. If I was supposed to be going to school, sometimes he would backtrack around. And I found myself backtracking on my children.
Yeah.
They were where they were supposed to be. I wondered, how did the teacher know my daddy by name? All these other kids, and then I thought about it. All their parents didn't show up.
Right.
My daddy showed up. So when I did fall into that situation of child support, and my son's mother was presenting some obstacles, go to the school. Go to your child's school.
Yes, sir.
Don't think about what you can't do. Focus on what you can do. You
Yes,
can go
sir.
to school every day. And just last night, I swear to you, I saw a young man who was in my son's class, because I wasn't just being a dad to him.
Yeah.
Vicariously, unbeknownst to my dumb ass, I was a stepfather to them.
Yeah. Facts.
And they won't let nothing happen to you in these streets.
Facts.
That's Mr. Donnie.
Facts.
You done touch people. We've become so selfish.
Yes, sir.
That's what
yes, sir.
I think one of the biggest lessons my father taught me. He married my mother. She had 3 children by another man. How many of us can do that? How much?
Yeah.
Because we are caught up on an orgasm.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir.
When nobody taught us about the mental orgasm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or the spiritual orgasm.
Yes, sir.
Where she show enough love you.
And let me say this to your point, man. What I tell brothers now is, bruh, if you used to be able to get by on how much paper you got and how your mattress game was. You used to be able to get, but they got the rules now and they got their own paper, right? So you got to bring something else to the table in order to get one of these women out here now. If you don't have a conversation, if you don't have empathy, if you don't have the spiritual and soul skills necessary to engage a queen, she looking past you. So it's not enough to be able to lay it down in the bedroom. It's not enough to be able to toss some money on the dresser and think it's okay. In fact, what brothers need to know is that your money is the lowest sense of yourself. Anybody can give money. It's about, can you give yourself to that woman in a way that helps her to heal, to your point earlier, helps her to address the things that she's dealing with. And brothers have to begin to be the anchor to families in the way that I believe we're called to be, man. And so, dude, just a dope conversation you had here today, bro. And I hope I added some value to your followers.
Rev, the word is sapiosexual.
Sapiosexual, absolutely. Absolutely.
We're so busy thinking it's the money. And you got to have some money. This is America.
Yes.
But we also got to recognize that we've all been so traumatized, desensitized. A young lady, 23 years old, got killed 2 Saturdays ago by some young men. She's driving her children from the sub shop. She get caught up in the crossfire because our little brothers. I grew up in this generation. Just put them up.
Absolutely, bro. Me too.
You got to throw them up.
Me too.
But we live in a world where it's bang, 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 bang. We can't even fight no more. Leroy, you had to put them dukes up at Lamel. But these cats, they pick up a gun. Everybody got a gun. See, I was told a punk with a gun is a man. You get in that jail cell, ain't no gun, then what you gonna do?
That's right.
Or you got the gangs because of the first person. Did you see the movie Claudine? You old enough to see. Did you see Claudine? James Earl Jones played the trash man. And Claudine,
that is a magnificent movie.
She was on welfare, and when the social worker came around with the monthly check, monthly inspection, James Earl Jones and every other black man had to get out the house.
Right.
That's the war. Get you
out.
Right. So
right,
now,
Johnny.
I don't need you. I don't need you. I'm gonna take you to child. The first blow when you have a baby by a woman out of wedlock, I'm gonna take you to child support. And then they do that for 6 months, a year and a half. Sometimes the damn mothers get involved. Now I don't mean the baby's mother, the son's mother.
Yes.
Trauma.
Yes.
Multi-generational trauma.
Yes, sir.
Because a strong black man has not been witnessed. You got somebody to read the Bible, know the 10 Commandments, know the 66 books of the Bible, but he ain't rooted. He ain't a man's man.
Yes, sir.
He'll walk down the street and get got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How do we heal it? How do we heal it, Rev?
Consistency. And boy, you talking my language, man. If you have embodied today the full definition of what the Remand Project is about. And I will not rest until every single black man reaches his full potential in leading himself. So you can't talk about leading a family, bro, until you can lead yourself, right? Lead yourself, lead your family, lead your community. That is what a man is. A man is a male who consistently demonstrates a comprehensive accountability to his creator and a responsibility for himself, his family, his society. Any other definition of a man ain't a man for me. If he doesn't meet that criteria, my guy, you are a male. I'll give you that. But manhood is a sacred term. You don't get manhood just because you got a penis. You get manhood when you do the work. And doing the work of manhood is what we're about at the Remand Project.
I need you to address parenting gay, lesbian children and all that comes with that. There are many parents today who are faced with it and they don't know what to do.
Yeah, you love your child the way you would love any child, right? The fact that they are self-proclaimed, now I got my own ideas about that, right? But when we're talking about children, you love your kids in the same way you would love anyone else, right? The breakthrough, in order to break through some of the barriers that exist with parenting, is our kids don't trust us. And our kids don't trust us because there's no environment that we've cultivated that'll allow them the open responsibility of being able to communicate to us the challenges. So there's this age-old conversation about nature and nurture, right? Whether or not nature did it or whether or not there's an environment that created it. All of that can be dealt with if we curate an environment in the home where our children can come to us and say, hey, man, I got to talk about something I'm feeling. I don't know what's going on, but Dad, I need to talk. And I need to talk without you busting me in my mouth. I need to talk it through. I need you to hear me. So that brothers got to have the kind of skills that will allow them to listen to what their children are experiencing. And then if you need to, because I come from that family too. My mom, I came home, Donnie, from playing ball one day. I played basketball, point guard, right? Had one of the best games of my life. 26 points, 10 assists. I came home and said, hey, Mom, I did the thing. She said, really? How was school? I said, school was good. Hey, Dr. Leroy, she on her way to the back of the room. In the back of the room is where she kept this belt. This belt was about this thick. It took her both hands to swing it. And she said, hey, Donnie, she said, Miss Jarman called me. I said, Mom, let me explain. She said, don't explain. Just lay right here on my lap.
Take my clothes off. You run the bath. Go run your bath water and take my clothes off. Yeah, we done got soft, man. We done got soft. Bro. Bernie Mac said it. Parents have become punks.
Yeah.
Because we want our children to have something we didn't have, as if we were really neglected. We had love. And we had respect.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we don't want to give these kids that tough lesson today.
Right.
We want to let the kids be. We asking 3-year-old, what you want to eat. They're 3 years old. Now they know what they want to eat. They eat what you put on the table.
Yes,
but
sir.
We done become suckers as parents.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And because there's this misdefining of masculinity, because they don't know what genuine masculinity looks like, what you're talking about, they'll call toxic. So we got to dismantle this whole idea of toxic masculinity. It ain't toxic masculinity, it's masculinity.
We letting people who can't raise their children.
Yes.
Tell us how to raise our children,
yes.
forgetting that we raised their children.
Yes, 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 absolutely.
Our great-great-grandmothers put that breast milk in their mouth.
Absolutely.
But our same people, they wouldn't let us get a cup of water.
Absolutely.
But also the trauma we do to each other.
Yes, sir.
There's schools that us three would be too dark to go to.
Yes, sir.
That shit still remains.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That Jack and Jill mentality.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
You can't pass the paper bag test.
Right.
What kind of foolishness?
Right.
And Africa don't get no pass. Only country in Africa that wasn't colonized was Ethiopia. And they'll tell you Sierra Leone and Liberia, but I differ. But Ethiopia is the only country in Africa. So we can go to Africa, but if we don't understand what we're seeing, then some of our dumbasses are putting up a picture on, save Belgium, save Paris. How about you, dumbass? Do you know the history? That's what your damn inheritance is.
Yeah, man.
We don't know our history.
Yeah, bro.
So we allow somebody else to tell us, oh, you ain't no Native American. How the hell you know?
Yeah.
We're confused, man.
We are.
But we are the most dynamic people on the earth because we survived all of that bullshit and we still look good.
Absolutely. We are the most brilliant, resilient people on the planet. There is nothing, absolutely nothing like black folk. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing like a black man. Absolutely. There's nothing like us on the planet. So you're absolutely right, bro.
We got to have prayer for these people and who are listening. Would you lead us in prayer?
Yes, sir. Father, thank you for this moment that we've been able to have. I pray for every black man that's watching, every black woman that's watching, every person that's watching, even from the sidelines, and we call them to the struggle. We call them to the fight. We face the darkness together. I thank you, Father, that as we are addressing these different topics, that black men would be called, black women would be called, children would be raised, that we are not leaving it up to anyone else. No one is coming to save us. So we thank you that as a community, as a culture, we save ourselves, and we'll give your name glory. In the name that is above every name, your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Yep.
Leroy, your thoughts?
Hey, I knew this conversation would be like this one because I know both Donnie and I know Donald. so
send you an invoice as soon as we show in.
But this is you asked me a little while ago, Donnie, about why I was connected to this brother. Now I hope you see why I'm connected to him, and those conversations that you and I have, those are conversations that he and I have just like this, and because of the love and the passion that we have for each other as black men. We understand what it is to be in this, what it is that we're in, and trying to shift the mindset. You and I talk about Baltimore all the time and how we want Baltimore to be better, and how it can be better. Not just saying it, but what are the things that we can do? And here's a brother that came to me and said, hey, I've got solutions. I have answers to what is some of the ails that we have as black men. And it can fit into what we're trying to do here in Baltimore City, what Baltimore City needs more of. So that's what it is. And the Remand, and I'll mention this real quick, the Remand Project, we come in Baltimore. We coming. February 22nd, we're having the launch where you can actually come and you can learn more about the organization, what we're doing. It's going to be at 3000 Chestnut Avenue, Unit 100D. That's the suite 100D. We're going to be in there. It's going to be from 6 to 8. going to be not long evening where you can come, you can learn more. Donald's going to be here. We're going to have several speakers that are going to be coming, talking about the project, but we're also going to be talking about the city, what those things that we're trying to do. Because as he said, it's not just about us as Black men, but it's about it's about the government, it's about education that's here in Baltimore that needs to be addressed. Because you can't address just us and then still not address the institutions and the government agencies that need to assist us in being able to do what we do. So that's, those are my thoughts. These are the kind of conversations that need to be had, that need to be more of. We need to have more of if we're going to get better. If we're going to, as you asked, Donnie, if we're going to heal. If we're going to heal, we've got to have these conversations, and we've got to begin to implement the solutions that we know we have. Because as I think all three have said, ain't nobody coming to save us but us. So it's up to us to be able to say, you know what, Black man, here's someone that is by your side. As Donald said, I'm not my brother's keeper. I am my brother. And when we have that mindset of I am my brother, then we want to see each other do better. All of the jealousy and all of the envy and all of those things get pushed to the side. It's about what do we need to do.
What do we do about these Black elected officials? We have more Black elected officials than ever before, Donald Morton.
Yeah,
we had a Black
man.
president, 3 Black governors, all of the major cities, New York, Houston.
Before you answer, Donnie, and I know you probably already know this, we have a Black governor, a Black attorney general, a Black commissioner, a Black mayor, a Black state's attorney. 5 of the officials here in Baltimore, major officials, and president, city council as well, all Black men. All Black men in this city right now, this city and the state. I'm sorry, I wanted to mention that so that folks can understand about what needs to be done.
I want to answer your question, Donnie, by quoting somebody that just allow me to quote him, because I got to quote him accurately, even though it comes out of this vessel. It's an important quote. It was George Bush who said this. George Bush said that all of us are functioning by what's called the soft bigotry of low expectations. So in office right now, even though that there are Black-faced individuals in office, they have no expectations for us to raise higher. None at all. So what they do is they play down to the lowest forms of us and create policies. Instead of creating policies up here for us to come up, they create policies to meet them where they are right now. Because we've already acknowledged the fact that we are the most brilliant, resilient people on the planet, if you set a standard, we'll raise up, right? So I want to acknowledge what Malcolm said. Malcolm said that the greatest thing we can do right now politically is to, and I don't know how Baltimore is set up yet. I know in Delaware, where I'm from, we don't have open primaries, right? But creating everybody registering as an independent. Here's why. Because the Democrats think they got us on lock. The Republicans ignore us because they say y'all ain't gonna vote for us anyway. So the best thing for us to do is everybody come to the center, everybody become a registered independent so that we force both parties to pay attention to us and we can craft an agenda that makes sense for us as Black people. That is the only way that I see for it to happen.
Well, I don't see it that way, and I'm gonna say some things that might get me kicked off the station, but we need more than a woodshed. We need that fruit of Islam, because we need to take some people for a ride. Hey, did you ever have a stray dog or a dog you brought home, and one day you find out that your parents took the dog for a ride?
Yeah, absolutely.
And gave the dog a can of Act Right. Some people need to be taken for a ride because they are supporting everything that's bad. I get it that you got $1 billion from selling dope and other things. But now we need you to put like half of that on treatment centers.
Right.
That's slick. All that other shit, that ain't slick.
Right.
Now people dying.
Right.
Multi-generational addiction, multi-generational curses, and we got to heal that. But we put you up on, I can't put nobody on a pedestal.
Yes, sir.
Because you put your pants on just like me.
Yes, sir.
Now
yes,
let's
sir.
move all of the slick shit to the side and
Yes,
get
sir.
back to healing our communities.
Yes,
because
sir.
a real man helps build. It's easy
Yes,
to tear
sir.
down.
Yes, sir.
It's easy
Yes,
to
sir.
tear down.
Yes, sir.
I run this block and don't own jack. Ain't got
Yes,
no
sir.
deed to nothing. Or if you do have a bunch of deeds and then you go on TV like Kanye West talking about white lives matter, he need his ass whipped. He'd have take him right out back and whip his ass. Give him his medication, but he need his ass whipped. Straight up. We got to get out of here. Y'all been fun. Come on, Leroy. I'm going to bounce out, let you close it out. You like to run things in.
But Donnie, thanks again for allowing us to be able to come on and talk about the Remand Project. February 22nd, that's Wednesday. That's 2 weeks away from today, 14 days away from today. We're gonna have the signing day, as my brother calls it, signing day, the Baltimore launch, where we will be introducing the Remand Project to the city of Baltimore. We're coming, hitting the ground running. We want to be able to shift, change, and just create an atmosphere for Black men, as you were talking about, Donald, for us as Black men to be able to flourish. That's our game, that's our aim, that's our mission, that's our purpose, is to give Black men the tools they need in their life, in leadership, and in legacy. So thank you. February 22nd, 3000 Chestnut Avenue, Suite 100D. It's in the Mill Center. For those that may not be familiar with the area, you can put it into your GPS system to be able to come on over. I'll make sure that all of the contact
What
information.
is that?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it. Yeah, I'll put it in the comments section.
Where is it? East side, west side?
No, that's remember where the Boy Scout is at? I don't know if that's Central Baltimore or not. You know where the old Boy Scout headquarters is? It's in that area. It's right off of
29th Street.
Yeah, correct. Right off of 20. Yeah, it's right off of 29th. Right off of 29th Street.
Oh, you're in Hamden.
Is that the Hamden area?
That's where the Boy Scouts used to be.
The headquarters right off of the 28th Bridge. If you're coming off of 83, the 28. If you're coming off of 83, it's right over there. Or if you're coming off of the Falls Road exit.
Like you from Baltimore County. Hey, Baltimore, you gotta watch some cats from the county come down to the city. They'll get you got too.
But 3000 Chestnut Avenue from 6 to 8. 6 to 8, y'all. Come on out. We want the brothers to come out to find out all about the Remand Project. This is something that we know that our city needs, and that is going to make.
Leroy.
Don, you want to give the website that they can go to, or where you want to direct?
They can go to Remanned, REMANNED.info, Remanned.info.
Check it out. You can see it, but we coming February 22nd, 6 to 8, 3000 Chestnut Avenue, Suite 100D, the Remand Project. We're coming life, leadership, and legacy. That's what we're about. We're changing the culture of Baltimore.
Is there admission charge?
No, there is no charge for coming to yeah. Now there's going to be limited seating. So if you're coming, you want to RSVP, and that's why I'll have the information where you can RSVP to.
They're gonna ask you, are you serving food?
Yes, there will be food. Yes, there will be food.
You're giving them food and you're not charging? What's the gift?
That's how important we feel it. We feel it. Well, we had. Let me mention this. We have the venue has been sponsored by Strategic Collaborations Network Studio. That's what it is. It's the studio that's in there. That's our venue sponsor, and then we have a food sponsor, which is Baltimore Taxman. He is our food sponsor. He has sponsored the food, so we're gonna have some good food. We're gonna have some great dialogue and just a good night of learning about how we can make Baltimore City better.
So where's the re-woman? Who's doing that?
You know what's crazy, Donnie? My lady says that to me all the time. Hey, Donna, we need so she has a part of the organization called Remand Lady. But even Remand Lady is about how our sisters can support our brothers as they heal, right? I again and
Did you pledge?
I did not.
Did you pledge, Leroy?
No, sir. No, sir. That
I
was
didn't
not.
pledge.
I never understood it real quick. There
I'm
was
African.
never a reason for me to have a bunch of brothers beating up on me for 6 weeks or however long it was, and then want to turn around and call me my brother. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing it.
And took your money.
Yeah.
And I'm African. I ain't Greek, damn it. I love you Omegas, though. The Omegas were the first ones I saw in my neighborhood. I'm like, who are these soldiers coming down? Who are these men?
Yeah.
We need
Absolutely.
black manhood.
Absolutely.
We got too many poop butts out here.
Absolutely.
Wearing tight ass pants. If you go up in the church and the preacher pants tighter than the first ladies, you might want to check out what you're getting into. To fit black people no more. That's why so many falling off the butt and you know, and then they got you all constricted, you know, like a jockey strap. And that's because they ain't using black models over there in China. They're using Chinese models to make pants for black people.
Donald, I'm sorry. I should have warned you about Donnie before we came on here.
You know what them tight ass pants. They tell you, don't be blind. Here you go, sister. You want to help a brother? Don't tell me you look good with them tight ass pants on, mask on, so he smelled his own funky breath and he constricted. And why the brother had a heart attack? He had a stroke. Well, no shit.
Let's go, Donnie.
We out here, top of the day to you. Good morning.
All right, brothers. No respect.
Thanks, Donnie.